Howdy folks, this is the Command Line Volpine here, and welcome back to my walkthrough series for Dwarf Fortress. In the last episode, we focused a lot on getting our defenses up. They're still not done. We have quite a ways to go. We have a bridge going into our base that I have to figure out how we're going to get this middle part cut out here. It'll be a little bit of a problem. We have a wall going, but this wall has straight access over onto this level of the mountain. So enemies could come down from this mountain and then walk onto our wall, and then they could walk down the staircase, and then they'd be into our base. So we still have some work to do there. We're also working on our permanent workshops. I think we only have one in place right now, the stoneworker, just because it makes sense to get him down here right away because there's stone everywhere. And we're still working on our grand dining hall. We have a lot of work to do. So it's been a little while since I've played the last episode, so I don't remember exactly what our most important thing to be doing right now is, but let's just go ahead and continue working on this wall. We will turn on use closest material again. And luckily, the good news is because there's access all along this hill here, they'll be able to build this entire wall at once. We won't have to do the thing where we build little pieces, but while we're at it, we might as well start working on the little pieces. Well, you know what? I just almost forgot the thing that I told you about last episode. So last episode, I talked about when they pull the lever to this bridge. This bridge doesn't fold up to be, I think it's a 5-long bridge. You'd think it would go up into the air 5 tiles. It only goes up into the air on this tile. It becomes a wall on this layer, basically. So on this layer, there needs to be a wall here. But we're not going to be able to build the middle piece of the wall because there is no way to access it. So we actually need to build some flooring. So let's do that. Closest material is fine. This does mean that we're building our walls and stuff completely out of wood, which isn't the strongest material, but that's all we've got. It would take forever to make this out of stone because we don't have enough dwarves to haul thousands of pieces of stone around. And yeah, the other thing we have to figure out is how we're going to dig this bridge out. So I think what we're going to have to do is put our miner into a squad. Telling us about squads there. So let's create a new squad. It really doesn't matter what uniform they use. It's going to use our militia commander for the leader of this squad, which is fine. We don't need the militia commander for this, but it's more work than we need to go through all we need to do is assign our miner dwarf to that. So let's just go ahead and do this now, I suppose. We're going to select the squad by clicking here. Puts a check mark down. And then we're going to say station. This arrow is a station order, and we're going to station them out here. I think that applied. Yeah, it applied. Okay. There's the militia commander. Not sure where the miner is. But you know what? We don't have it hooked up to a lever yet, do we? Oops. I thought we already had the bridge hooked up to a lever, so I have acted prematurely, which kind of sucks because they don't like it when you assign them to tasks when they're off duty. We'll get to military stuff later, so we're just going to cancel the task by selecting them again and pressing the cancel button there. We have to build a lever. So let's build a lever. Machines, lever. In the long term, we want this in the dining hall where everyone's going to be. But for now, it's going to be a little while before we get down there. So we're just going to put this lever here. I guess we have all the parts for it because you'll usually need a bunch of mechanisms to build a lever. So just make sure you have mechanisms. I must have put a work order in for mechanisms at some point. So a decorated mechanism, which you didn't necessarily need. So what we'll do is we'll click on the lever, link the lever, click a building to link it to the lever. We're going to link the bridge to the thing. You also need a mechanism to link it. So make sure you still have extra mechanisms. Shop's not done yet, so continue to allow people to function. Anyone gonna do this? We can click on this exclamation point to urge people to do this faster. What the hell? Something rotted in here. Are my doors really that busy that they didn't deal with something rotting? Is anyone going to link this building to a lever? Asking for a friend? Okay, finally. All right, it's finally linked up. Now, I'll do this again, which is unfortunately going to make them very upset. Send them. Who are you? You're the miner, so you're out. The militia commander decided to go to sleep instead of go out. I just don't want to get a bunch of error messages that he can't get to his destination, but he might sleep for like a month. Dwarves sleep for a very long time. Come on, bud. All right, well, you know what? I don't need you. Somebody pull the lever immediately. Okay, because of the dwarf taking his dang time, this dwarf just got friggin' launched. Your energy, afraid after experiencing trauma. And he got friggin' launched. So there's actually like physics in the game and crap. I didn't have to do that. No, I did. I was like, the dwarf could have gotten up the stairwell and then gone out around and then dug this out, but that's not the problem. The problem was we couldn't dig this terrain because the bridge was down. Okay. This dwarf is just gonna have to live with being killed. I was thinking of, or at least not dead, but with being injured. Cancel that order. Now the miner, hopefully he has his pickaxe. Doesn't look like he has his pickaxe. Going to dig a channel. Hello? Channel? Channel? Why is that not working? Oh, Dwarf Fortress. Is the game like thinking that the bridge is still down even though it's not? Oh my god. You might reload the game after all. Okay. 1 minute. All right, because I didn't want to senselessly launch a dwarf into outer space, we're going to try this again. And we're going to do this in a bit of a different way now. So let's build a burrow. This is before we launched a dwarf into outer space. So the burrow, it's down here. We selected it. We have this burrow here. I selected this zone here. Or painted this zone here. Now that I know this tile is one side big, I'm going to be unable to unsee that for the rest of my life. All right, let's continue to repaint this burrow, though, because I didn't select everything. Let's select these. So this burrows are locations where you can force your dwarves to stay. You can tell them, do not leave the burrow. And that is what we're going to do. Normally, I would have saved this step for, you need to mark all of your stairwells, by the way, or you'll end up in trouble. That's fine. I'm not happy with it, but it's fine. Basically, I was going to save talking about burrows for a combat situation, because that's the main reason you would use one. But We now need it for a non-combat situation. Okay. That's as far as we've dug. So this is our burrow. Except, call this home. And we're going to assign every dwarf to this burrow. This is something that is new from the old version. In the old version, a burrow just automatically applied to everyone. If I turned this burrow on, everyone would go into it. Every single person. And then the only people who would be unaffected is there's like a button to say, do not assign military squads or something like that. Now you assign everyone individually, which doesn't make sense. It's fine at this stage because there's just not that many people. But eventually you'll have like 200 dwarves. And do you really want to click on every single dwarf? You do not. So, yeah. And then you'd also have to remember which ones are fighters and stuff. They might not, their main might not be changed if they're not in combat currently. Like, it's a whole thing. Okay, so everyone's assigned. I believe this burrow is active. Again, burrows were just kind of like, you would turn them on later. Now they're on by default when you create them. And then we're going to click this pause button when we want to turn this burrow off. But right now we don't want to. We want to keep the miner active. Oh yeah, we also have to build the lever. Mechanism lever. Oh boy. Because I restarted the game, I have to turn those on again. So I selected everyone but the miner. So the miner should be able to go do his thing. Link lever to the bridge. Do it immediately, please, my good sir. So this time we shouldn't launch people into outer space. Okay. Oh, he didn't finish. There you go. He put a mechanism into the bridge, and then he had to put a mechanism into the levers. What happened there? So now somebody pull the lever immediately. Still almost got him launched somehow. I'm not sure why. So now this is what I don't understand. I don't know why we're not able to channel here. Wow, okay. So it's just broke. That sucks. Cancel this. So in the old game, lifting the bridge would have made it so I could dig here. We apparently can't dig here. So that's weird. My other game, I'm pretty sure I saved it for last and I had the bridge down and everything. Because the point of doing it this way was I wanted to be able to dig this out, but then put the bridge down so people could walk across, right? The reason I didn't dig this out first is because then doors would be trapped. So I guess what we're going to have to do here is deconstruct the bridge. Go through a bunch of work all over again. So, oh no, that's not good. That is not a very good indicator of whether this is on or not. Should probably be a pause and play button, not a pause button with an outline around it. I think that means it's unpaused. Doesn't change the description of the pop-up either. Oh boy. You gotta fix that toady one. That's real bad. Okay. So now we're gonna have someone pull the lever. People are out and about again, so I think it's fixed. Yeah, deconstruct the bridge, which is really stinky. Not my favorite thing. That is not how the game used to work. Now I've given you incorrect information in the previous episode. At least we have these staircases so people can still... Oh yeah, it's before we built the wall. It's actually a good thing so that people can get out and about here because they're going to have to go up and around the top here for a while. Okay. Now, there's like no reason for him to not be able to channel that out with the bridge there. With the bridge up. I get it when it's down. You shouldn't be able to do it, but once it's up, there's no reason to not be able to do it. Just doesn't make any sense. All right, now we want to remove these ramps. There we go. People still have a way to get in and out of the base, so it shouldn't cause too many problems. That was the whole reason we were trying to do it the way we were, is we didn't want to cause problems, but we got problems anyway. All right, the direction's correct. Rebuild the bridge. Oh, actually, they're able to climb. I don't think dwarves could climb before. Enemies could climb. Maybe that's just a dwarf with some climbing skill or something. The dwarves didn't used to climb. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyone? Anyone at all? It's our carpenter that has to do this, right? It's not doing anything there. Carpenter? Carpenter? Oh man, Dwarf Fortress. The woodcutter is not our carpenter now, right? No, he's constructing. I think he's just doing it really slowly by going like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth when he should just be staying on one side. Get her done, son. Did we build the bridge over here? We did. Good. All right. Now, link the lever to the bridge. I'll tell you one thing. You guys are going to really know how to link levers to the bridge. Is this dog diseased? It is. Is this... Where? A bunch of people just hanging out in the hospital. Did I make it a heat? No, it's a hospital. Well, let's click on the hospital and set details. Let's assign a doctor. We probably don't have anyone who can actually do it. No, excuse me. I'm just going to give it to some people, our new people who don't have any jobs really. Just because they're not going to be busy, we're just going to assign one for each of these roles just to make sure someone is doing it. Then we should be good. Yes, people are just hanging out for the fun of it. No, there's, I guess they were already in there though. I don't know. Okay. Well, we don't need to pull the lever now because it's built. If you wanted to prove that it's built, though, you could. All right. Let's redo the stuff we did previously. Build that. This is the right layer for this. I don't like that this is made out of a different type of wood. It makes it look like it's faded out, like it's on a different layer. That's okay. All right. So our miner. Let's go ahead and dig out a second set of these workrooms because we actually don't have enough. I'm just using the other set as reference for where to dig this at. Oop. Got to double click if you're just marking a single location. And then we're going to cancel out the midsections. And then line that back out. There you go. And also dig the... Oh yeah, I forgot we have to click and drag. In the old version, I would just plop down the upstairs in these locations, and then once they were done, I would do the downstairs above it, but I do think this is better. Might be able to do it faster with the keyboard instead of mouse, but ooh, that's not in the right spot. The heck? My brain exploded? Why did I do this? That was a little odd. Just trying to keep our... What the hell? Just trying to keep our minor dwarf busy. There we go. Now we are free to do other things. Notice the bridge there was a task and a half. That's not going to be fun editing that for the edited episode. See how they're like building it from the side instead of building it from up here? If they do it out of order, then people are going to complain. Oh, now he did it that way, but I think it was because he bumped into someone. Hunting rock doors. Masterpiece earrings. Our crafter is already extremely good at crafting. Let's build some doors. Many as we can do. We do have some idle people, so we can consider making a quantum stockpile. Why don't we talk about the quantum stockpile? So, what is a quantum stockpile, you ask? Well, first we're going to make a zone. We're going to make a garbage dump. We're going to make it 1 tile big. Might be, why would you make a garbage dump 1 tile big? Well, because that's all you need. Then, we're going to go over to this thing over here. It's designate. We're going to dump, which is this trash can. We're going to select all these rocks. It's okay. You can cursor over your furniture. It won't get rid of it. So now, people are going to come grab these rocks. Hauling rocks is really slow, though, so just be aware of that. Oh, why did some thread get marked? Maybe they took thread out of this. That shouldn't have happened, but we'll talk about how to fix that. So now, what they're doing is they're hauling... Yeah, they're like emptying out this chest, which is wasn't part of the deal. I guess we'll talk about it now. To unmark things for dumping, you click the trash can with the cancel mark over it, and then you select what you want to cancel. Yeah, for some reason the stuff in the chest got marked, but it didn't put a trash can symbol over it. And so now we're going to do the same thing over here, because every time you dump something, it also forbids it. So now no one can use this stone or this thread or this bucket, etc., etc. But now we can remove the designation. I said I could remove the designation. Oh no. Now the game's saving, so give it a minute. Don't tell me he's disabled quantum stockpiles. It's an update. I did it in my solo playthrough like not that long ago, so I don't know why it's fighting me here. What? Why? Why is this all still forbidden? Or fortress. I'm trying to do a tutorial here, man. You can't. Oh, it's okay. I'm dumb. So it's not remove dumping. It's this is forbidden, or this is forbid and this is unforbid. So we got to unforbid with that. Okay, now we're good. Little confusing, but we figured it out. Because canceling the dumping order did work on this. It made it so they weren't dumping these anymore. But what we got to do is we got to reclaim the stuff that's in here. I don't know why we're not getting a cursor, though, for it. Like, it's still not working, because now we're doing the right thing, and it's not... I don't know. The game's being a little bit unstable. I think it's updated a few times since we've started the Let's Play series, so it's possible the game is starting to bug out. Yeah, I don't know why it's not giving us, like, a selection for that. Little weird. Not my favorite thing. That's okay. Is this wall done? Yes, all right. Build, construction, floor. Build a floor here, build a floor here. Hypothetically now. Sound effects. Oh, it's the wartime sound effects just because someone's hunting. Be able to build walls in these corners without interrupting anyone's construction. Be able to build a wall here and a wall here. Be able to build one there. Wartime sounds keep worrying me that something horrible is happening, but I'm pretty sure it's just hunting. Just fighting peacocks and peahens. Just plays freaking siege music when you're hunting. It's a little insane. Here we are. All right. Let's see. We can make like a partial moat around the top side, but we won't be able to dig over this or we'll tunnel into our own base. So I don't know if it's even worth attempting to make like a second expanding our moat. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I forgot that we were building the wall extra tall. It's gonna take us a very long time though. Okay, so now we have stairwells here, so I should be able to build a wall here. Or not stairwells, but a floor. Put that there. We're going to have to do this multiple times, though, because of how tall we're making everything. Oh, boy. Yeah, the walls aren't very fun. Or actually, we can take this down now, but we have to do it part by part. Or once this gets built, we can take this floor down piece by piece. Yeah, now you can see it's not as terrible in here. Let's dig out a room for our hens and things, because you can see how there's like, sometimes there's like worms in here. They just kind of like follow around your peacocks and everything else. What? Oh, I selected that. That's why we're not getting a selection box anymore. The more you know. So yeah, we'll put these peahens in there, and then we'll put these chickens and roosters that we brought with us in there. And we are out of time for this video, though. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit the like button. Keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And until next time, I hope you have a good day.